Today on the Cigar Club podcast, we're going over all the TPE news you need to know about. What's going on, Cigar Club family? Welcome to another Cigar Club podcast. I'm your host, David Pugh, and with me is the one and only Griff Howie. Today, we're going to be looking back at TPE 2022, looking at all the exciting news that's come out of there. I know myself particularly excited about a couple cigars that were announced, and I think there are a couple on here, Griff, that I don't think you even know about, and you're going to be really excited about, too.
Another article that I have not necessarily read in its entirety, so I'm excited to pick out some of these.
Absolutely. I've got one here that I noted, and it just says Griff. So I want to see if you particularly call that one out for yourself, but I'll be sure to let you know of that one.
Let's do it.
I see you have a little dram poured there. What are we drinking?
Well, I just ran out, actually. So I am now drinking a Bullet Pick.
Ooh, is that a local store?
Yeah, this is Chapin Liquors in Chapin, South Carolina, probably about an hour from here. And shout out to my wife's cousin's girlfriend's father. If you follow,
that's a list.
If you followed that one, I have not been a huge Bullet fan until I got into these single barrels, and they're so good to me.
How's the store pick selection in South Carolina? Is it like a state-run stores, or
no, they're all, are they private? I don't know the right terminology, but they're not Alabama, Alabama stores. But the store that's up the street from me is actually has more picks, I think, than my store in Pensacola.
Really? Wow.
Yeah,
you used to always have good picks coming out of there.
They've had Yellowstone picks, Ezra, Kentucky Spirit. I thought I saw a Jack Daniels in there the other day, but that was just a single. That was just their normal non-barrel proof. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's great, and it's a good selection.
Speaking of which, off topic, did you see that Jack Daniels announced a age-stated series?
No.
They have like a 10, a 12, a 15 age-stated, like normal. I say regular release. You may not be able to find it, but look that up after this. It looks really cool. If you're listening, look it up as well.
Jack Daniels Barrel Proof is one of my newer. Well, I've had it for months now, but I guess I had a thing for Jack, and it wasn't. I'm not saying Jack Daniels Barrel Proof is normal Jack, because it's definitely not.
Yeah,
it's so freaking good.
I'm on the look for. There's a local liquor store near me in Georgia that I cross over to every time I'm in Columbus, Georgia. I go to it. Shout out Bottle Shop in Columbus, Georgia. They have probably some of the best barrel picks that I can get anywhere, and I kick myself continuously for not picking up their Jack Daniel's single barrel pick that they did.
They are a little bit on the steeper side, around $70-$75, but it hits perfectly for me.
Yeah. Have you been to their distillery?
No, never. I've never even. Really? Dave and I were out there at one point just for literally a couple of days, and we didn't hit anything, unfortunately. But it's on our list to get back out there and actually enjoy it.
Lot of fun.
Yeah, we're excited.
Well, I'm ready to dive into this. Do you want to kick us off with what sparks your interest, or if not, I've got one.
No, why don't you kick us off? But are you drinking anything?
No, should I be?
I mean,
is it? I guess I should be.
You should, but I mean, I'm not going to peer pressure you.
Well, you're gonna have to hold us off if I'm getting a dram.
We'll go for the first one, and then
all right, cool.
Get your shit together.
So let's kick it off with some of our good friends. Looking at the announcement from All Saints Cigars, they've got a new. I had it and I lost it. Where are we at?
Dedicación.
Thank you. There we go. We got the new Dedicación Habano. Crazy that they're only a few years old, and absolutely love seeing them get one of the kind of first shout outs here in the article that we're looking at.
Yeah. We met them for the first time for us in TPE last year. Super solid guys, Mickey Pegg, and I can't remember. We've had the All Saints Dedicación.
I think we've had their full lineup at this point.
I think we might have.
And
I don't know. Is there a regular Dedicación, like just natural?
So this is it's replacing the Mexican San Andreas wrapper that was on the original with an Ecuadorian Habano wrapper. So it's going to be a slight tweak of the original blend.
It's exciting.
And I'm thrilled with it. I think we talked last time about the difficulty of sourcing good Mexican San Andreas wrapper, and now that we're seeing it more in binders. And I wonder if that is potentially the reason for the switch over to a Habano wrapper for it. But it looks like it's more or less the same with a slight tweak of the blended ratio for it.
Also, having 5 sizes is quite extensive.
It's a lot of work because you can't just throw the same binder filler into the cigar. You've got to really tweak it toward the blend because some cigars are going to have more binder depending on their size
and it's also filler. It's interesting that they kind of name all of their Vitolas differently. The Berkeley, Commandment, Huge, Coach, and Meter or Mitre.
And it looks like the Mitre is a reference to hats worn by a bishop. So thematically on point with kind of the All Saints brand.
Oh, that's so
we've
cool.
done the Dedication Commandment before, I believe. I think that's the size that we carried, which was a 6.5 by 52. But I'm excited. I have a couple of the originals, which is pretty cool now that it's changed. Really want to smoke these side by side just to see how much the difference of just a wrapper can make.
Yeah, we'll need to get them in this year's box for sure.
Absolutely. Well, Griff, we'll either do a pause here with Magic of Ramsey, but I'm going to come back with a dram.
Come back with a dram. I am excited for, and we talked to the Bocock brothers a couple weeks ago. They are coming out with a new line, the Signature Edition, that they're doing in collaboration with AJ Fernandez, which I know is going to be amazing. We've carried Bocock now, probably for the year. We've done all of their lines, and doing this collaboration with AJ, I think, is going to be really, really interesting. An Ecuadorian Sumatran wrapper, Nicaraguan binder and filler. It's going to be good. It's going to be really, really good. And I believe we're slating to bring these guys in for May boxes.
We will be announcement, but I think we're going to be one of the first people to get this out in the hands of consumers. So really blessed, honored to continue to work with Bocock and really introduce everyone to the brand. We absolutely love it. To me, I've talked about this before, my first homework assignment when I came over to CigarClub, and so they just hold a special place in my heart. Great guys, always great to talk to. I think some of the best merch on the market as well. They really know. I love the golf tees. They kind of know their audience and do a lot of work with golf charities in
Texas,
their home country.
Oh, well, yeah, in Texas, where they live.
Texas, too. Yeah, that as well.
But they've got great swag, and their logo or their hashtag Be Cocky is pretty fun.
Absolutely great. But luckily, I forgot I had
Old Ezra.
Little
I've
Lux
never had
Row,
that.
Little Old Ezra 7. This is from, I picked up this bottle, I'm going to say 2018.
So my store has a pick of, I don't know if it's Old Ezra 7 or what the staple is, but they have a pick of that, and I don't know anything about it, so I've been hesitant, but
this is my first neat pour of bourbon since this year. I think I've had one pour of bourbon after I had COVID at the end of December, and it didn't taste the same, so I'm very nervous. I've held it off. I was like, it didn't taste the same, and I've been really nervous that bourbon won't taste the same anymore, and I'd be sitting on thousands of dollars of bourbon that I don't like.
I didn't try for a couple weeks when I had COVID, but I came back with it, and it tastes the same to me. So neat's the only way.
All right, we're good. Taste buds are there. Woo, that's hot. All right, so leaving off, so once again, wrap that since I missed part of that. Bocock Brothers Signature Edition. Really excited to see how that's going to be. Anything, like you said, you slap AJ on it, you know it's going to have quality. It's going to be consistent. It's going to be good. All right. We're moving on. This is one that I'm super excited about because it was a surprise to me, as at least this line, as one of my top cigars of 2021. HVC, and this is going to get you excited, is turning to El Titan to produce the La Rosa 520 Rare of Rare. Hello. The La Rosa 520 Maduro last year blew me away.
It
was
unreal.
A phenomenal cigar, probably one of the best Maduros that I've ever smoked. This 520 Rare of Rare coming out of El Titan is going to be a 6x52 Bellicoso. First and foremost, it looks gorgeous with their gold and red labeled on it. But it's going to be an Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper over Ecuadorian Habano binder and Dominican Criollo 98 and Medio Tempio fillers from Esteli, Nicaragua. What?
I'm probably the biggest HVC fan in the house, and you don't even really have to tell me the details. I'm just going to be excited for it, plain and simple.
Some Medio Tempo in there, out of El Titan.
It's going to be solid.
I think Lorenzo's probably outdone himself with this.
It's going to be solid.
The issue is only 5,000 cigars are being produced with 500 boxes of 10.
Sweep through those rather quickly.
Yeah, can we get those all, please? MSRP of $20 to me, that is a turn away. Like, I know that this cigar is going to be good, full stop. Agree. And I would probably pay $25 for it without ever having smoked.
I agree. When's it launching?
Won't be shipping until late March. There it is. So fairly soon.
April or May boxes.
Goodness, could you imagine?
I mean, I'm not imagining.
We've got all of their stock.
Even if we can get a couple hundred, we'll take it.
Yeah. I mean, even if we just get a couple boxes selling on the site.
Or
whatever we can get
ourselves, either or.
That's true, too.
No, I love everything Lorenzo produces. HVC Cigars is one of my top brands ever, period.
We were just talking about this the other day. It's a brand that I've never had a bad HVC, but for some reason, I don't smoke enough of. I don't see them on brick and mortar stores, especially around me, and I don't see enough promotion of them.
I don't see them either, brick and mortar, actually.
On retailer sites. And I've never, to me, they're a classic profile of their cigars. Like Cubanesque would be an overused word, but their cigars remind me of a Cubanesque or a Cuban cigar.
Another cigar that excites me and I want to try is the new release from Aganorsa.
The Supreme Leaf?
But that's an amazing cigar. The Cerebus or Cerebrus. I've heard Terrence 50 times say it in the video, and I can never remember which one it is. So this is the it's the Guardian of the Farm Cerebus, let's just call it. I could be butchering it, but that brand is obviously super well known with the CigarClub family. Pew and I, we all love everything coming out of Aganorsa. This is one of their staple cigars. Guardian of the Farm, we did the exclusive Ranger. Guardian of the Farm OG is amazing. Supreme Leaf is amazing. Rare Leaf. I had a dream last night. I smoked Rare Leaf, now that I think of it. I literally just thought of that.
All right.
I was smoking Rare Leaf right here in the house that I'm not allowed to smoke in. Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah. Holy crap. I don't ever. Anyway, Rare Leaf, Supreme Leaf. It's all of their stuff is really, really good. Anniversario. I'm very excited about this. We will have to reach out to Terrence, and we'll have to get some boxes.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I think we've butchered this to death at this point, but you can immediately tell if it's Aganorsa tobacco the moment you light up a cigar. You take a band off of it, you smoke it, you can tell they just have this unique perfume and profile to their tobacco and the way that they blend cigars that it just stands out among the
5 by 54, 6 by 44, and 6 1/4 by 52.
6 by 44 is what I want.
Yeah.
That would be... ever since we did the Taino 44 exclusive with Sereno, I love that. The feel of it in your hand, the way that it smokes.
44
fantastic.
Is amazing.
I saw this one on here, and I had known about it for a little while, and I'm really excited to see it get mentioned. But it's a new release out of, I want to make sure I have it right, La Isla, that is. It's the La Serena Mexican Mermaid. And it's La Isla, so I know it's going to be good. I don't know enough or anything about this brand, but they're releasing 2 new sizes of it, and it's coming out of La Isla from our boy Ostos, so you know it's going to be just
what
a
is the
cigar.
brand?
And Las Serenas.
Okay.
And let's see if I find a little throw out of information. He is a store owner of La Serena, so it looks like it's a kind of a retail
out of
store cigar.
Great Neck, New York.
Yep.
Interesting.
But pretty cool to see. Anytime I can see something coming out of Tabacalera La Isla, gets me excited. This one in particular looks like it's a Mexican San Andreas wrapper and binder with filler coming from from Mexico and the Dominican Republic.
Interesting.
So, pretty cool. One I never saw before, but I recognize the band and label of the cigar as something in La Isla, so it's cool to see get that mentioned and for them to be at TPE.
Quite an interesting band.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's cool though. I like the white on it. I think it's I don't know. It's different than what you
I
normally
like it.
see.
It's. Let's try it.
Yeah, I wonder if we can get some.
Luciano the Dreamer extensions.
Big announcement. Big announcement.
You just look
at this point, I think everyone listening has smoked a Dreamer at this point.
The wrappers are just, to me, they're always flawless. There's something about Luciano's wrappers, which sounds weird to say that out loud, but his wrappers are just...
And you met him at TPE last year, correct?
Yeah, we had drinks and smokes with him, and it was a good time. We've carried the Dreamer before.
Yep.
I guess they're coming out with
had
a Bellicoso, a Toro, and 5x48.
Yeah, we had a chop down kind of a exclusive Dreamer for Cigar Club.
Literally.
I love that stick. But I'm really excited. This is definitely going to be one we're going to get in boxes for y'all. So stay tuned for that one. But just love it. I really want to see. He's such a master of, and I'm thinking back to the podcast that y'all did with him, the way that he layers tobacco to instill certain flavors or certain aspects of your taste buds in your mouth and your salivary glands to change the flavor of the cigar or reduce the experience that he wants you to have with that cigar. Really looking forward to see how he translates that into different Vitolas and whether each one is completely different or if he's found a way to invoke those same experiences just in different sizes. I think that's gonna be really cool to see and kind of smoke.
We had a really exciting call with Wes over at Crown Heads. We've got a lot of stuff, a lot of fun stuff, and something I really want to say that could be one of my favorite, not exclusives because it's not, but releases from them that I'm
trying to look at.
I'm very, very excited, and it could be in a longer Vitola.
Oh, yes. Yes. I was like, which one is it? No. We've got 2022 is already shaping up to be killer, and it's just, it's absolutely exciting.
Yeah, we really love all things Crown Heads, all things Ace Prime, Pichardo.
Yep.
It's going to be a fun year.
So this one, perfectly on topic. We'll be seeing these coming to a box soon near you. The reintroduction of Matilde cigars to the Cigar Club family and Cigar Club boxes, but specific call out here at TPE. Their limited exposure number 2 debuted at TPE this year. It's going to be a limited run. It's going to be, as far as I know, the only run. But it's a 6x50 Toro with a Ecuadorian Corojo wrapper over Dominican binder and filler. I love their boxes. I love their logo. Enrique has done an absolutely fantastic job. And limited exposure number 2 made nowhere other than Tabacalera La Isla.
Yep.
Everyone wants to work with Ostos, and I don't blame them.
Yep. And we're honored and privileged too.
Absolutely. So really excited to get Matilde back in our boxes. It's a brand that I don't smoke enough of. I think I've only maybe smoked 1 or 2 of their cigars. Is that the 1920 or the 1910? I can't see.
20.
You did change the angle of the bottle, and I was like, well, I still can't see it.
If you are sleeping on 1910 and 1920, wake up and go get them now.
And that comes from the man who was sleeping on them.
I was sleeping on them for years, up until about a month ago. 1920,
to me, drinks better than 1910 because it's more of the classic bourbon profile that I associate with bourbon.
I've had the problem, it's because to me, and I hate to say this, but I compared it to Makers. I compared it to all of the bottles you can get any day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Also, swinging $65 is
for sure
hard for something that you know you can get everywhere. I was so hyper focused on getting bottles that you couldn't find, you couldn't get, and that were rare to find. But I'm like, I will get, if Alec is listening, I will say Alec convinced me to go get 1910 and 1920, and he was 100%
well, I'm glad
right.
he has more sway than I do because
He
I've
does.
been telling you to pick up 1920 for a long time.
He does. 1920 is more in my wheelhouse because it's a higher proof.
Mm-hmm.
Although 1910 at 93 proof it's a little bit hotter, so it doesn't drink like 93. But I'm just very, very impressed with the quality of Old Forester.
It's so funny listening to you say, as you started your bourbon journey, shout out to Scott Page.
Correct.
You were seeking out harder to find bottles, and
I mean, I still am, but I'm
releases.
trying to wheel back a little bit.
It mirrors my exact same bourbon journey as well. I sought out the allocated stuff. I never paid over MSRP because there was just something that felt off about it, but I was looking for your Buffalo Traces, your rare picks or your rare dusty bottles, and then it came to the point where not only was I not finding them, or if I was finding them, they were triple the MSRP, but I was like, I'd rather just find daily sippers that I can go into any store and reasonably find at a reasonable price and enjoy those for what they are.
I think I want to go on record here.
Hot take. Zoom in.
I like Brown Foreman more than Buffalo Trace.
Man.
In the podcast.
That's it. All right, folks. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you another week.
I think I really do.
Yeah. It has a certain profile to it. And I think I wonder if part of it is just
I think it's like, to me, rounded up, I think it's just more full-bodied bourbon.
Yeah, I can see that. I think they have at least to me, a more molassesy, thicker profile than Buffalo Trace or for this case.
I mean,
Buffalo
I was
Trace.
drinking Blanton's the other day, and that's another topic of conversation. Just was like old water, and then I've got like 7 Buffalo Trace store picks, and some are great, some are not. And Colonel Taylor small batch I could drink every day. I love that bottle.
Same.
Barrel proof, impossible to find. Straight rye is very good. Single barrel, trash. Mine is
hit or miss.
Yours is.
I was about to say the one I sent you is a banger.
Yours is very good. Mine's trash. But I'm like, the consistencies are like all over the place.
It's funny. The Columbus Bottle Shop telling you they had all the great store picks. They launched their Buffalo Trace store pick yesterday. I was like, oh, it's a 30-minute drive, not far away. I was like, oh, I should go get it.
$30, I'll buy it all day long. Still,
I have a store pick Buffalo Trace that I've not yet opened, and for no other reason than I think there's easierly or better drinking bourbon.
It's a good filler bourbon, like
for sure.
It'll fill up your shelf.
I'll always have a bottle on hand. I'll always have a bottle of Blanton's. I'll always have a bottle of Buffalo Trace.
I do like doing a store pick blind every once in a while.
Yeah,
and I definitely know now at this point what's great and what's not my type. But having said that, the Old Forester barrel proofs store picks are just too hot, and I don't really enjoy them.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
The blue labels. If I can get them, I'll still buy them. But I've got one, and it drinks at 120 proof, I think, or 127. It's just too hot.
Did Dave ever open up his 150th anniversary?
Yeah, I had it last time, and it was okay. I mean, for the hype.
I love the packaging of it, so I think that's 90% of the reason.
If I could buy it at retail, for sure I would, but it wasn't anything like, honestly, I would probably prefer 1920. I would like to do a blind of them, but
that'd be fun.
There was a lot of hype around it, obviously, and it wasn't crazy exciting for me, but it was solid pour.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've got a cigar, and hopefully you haven't seen it yet, so I can announce it to you, so don't scroll, that I think will be your cigar of the year if you smoke it.
All I'm looking at on this article are lighters now. It's like everyone's coming out with a lighter.
Stay there. So announced at TPE was Placencia Year of the Tiger. Nears a U.S. release.
Yeah.
So it's a 6 1/4 by 54 Toro Extra made entirely of Nicaraguan tobacco.
Entirely?
Yeah, we're gonna gloss over that one. $40 MSRP though.
Yeah, I mean Placencia is always in the 18s to 20, low 20s. 40 is a little extra.
40 is a lot extra.
What?
Why is it $40? Let's see here. Yep, they don't say.
They're not made at El Titan. They're still made at Placencia.
Yeah,
it's basically their Alma del Fuego.
Yeah. The only thing that to me is it looks to be limited to 2,500 boxes in the U.S. And I don't know. I don't know why it's $40.
I would give this a try.
But I know you love Placencia.
I would give this a try. I'd swing the $40 if I can get it at a brick and mortar. Jeff and I were at Cameron's and Greer the other day, and we both had Placencia. I think they were the Alma de Fuegos as well. Nicaraguan Puro, almost identical other than the footband to this. And they're phenomenal. They're amazing. Placencia was kind of like the Old Forester. I always I don't know. It's like less than Davidoff, but more than Drew Estate. Is that even fair to say? Like, I just thought that it was overrated. sure Placencia, like, yeah, I know the name for sure. But I think my first Placencia was the Alma de Fuerto.
I remember when you dropped me a link, or you showed me that you were smoking it. And you're like, this is amazing.
Don't smoke it on an empty stomach by any means, but it was unreal. And I had it in that like very interesting size. I can't think of. It's like Slytherin. I'll just say Slytherin size.
Yeah, it's the like double tapered end.
Yeah, it's like, which side do I light? But it was also like kind of Eleanor Rose Vitola a little bit, but.
Yeah,
I don't know if you smoke much Placencia, and if I do, and like if I want to swing a little extra dough, I'll get it. But they're always consistent. Burn is amazing.
Every time you smoke one, you tell me just how good they are. I don't think I've actually ever smoked anything from the Placencia line. No one carries it around me. That's my issue. I'm limited to my small brick and mortars and what they're held to. I know I could go online, but I do love
bring some down in March.
If I'm going out.
I'll bring some down in March,
okay,
and we can smoke them at the office. I think they're worth it all day long. I really do. It's kind of a semi-special occasion cigar to me because it's a little bit pricey. But if I'm feeling extra or whatever, I'll pick one up. And they're also their Vitola that has like the 6 sides. I can't think of the name. It's just like unreal. It's unreal.
Oh, I don't even know.
Yeah, they do some crazy crap, and to me it's worth it. It's solid.
Yeah. Coming in next, I'm not going to go too into detail, but just because it's kind of not too much information about it, but it looks like Casadagli.
Castagli.
You know how to say it. Thank you. Castagli. Looks like they've got 2 new lines coming out.
Did I miss that?
There's no photos to it, so that's why I'm not going too in depth in there. But great brand.
Castagli's phenomenal.
Can't speak enough of them. I could smoke them all the time. Every one I've had from them has been fantastic production. So curious to see more details around those cigars, but a 4x35.
Oh.
2 4x35s. So those are going to be really tiny, short smokes, but I wonder how that is. I don't think I've ever smoked. I guess it's almost like the Sochi Bobby.
I've got, it's so funny. So I'll try to do this without, we were meeting with Vlad last year at TPE.
Oh, don't drop anything. As you grab that, it's a 4x35. They're calling it a Petite Exquisito.
I think I have that cigar already, dude. I'm trying to see.
No kidding.
They stand by.
I'll wait while but taking a look at these.
Cut me out of this.
I've got these pulled up. Yeah, get him off. Get him off. I'll roll in. You can zoom in on his backside there. But there is the Nicarita is one of them. It's actually a filler tobacco Ligero from Esteli, and the Provita, which is the other line, is filler tobacco from Peru. It looks like they're calling these Cuban Sandwich style cigars, a term that refers to a style of mixed fillers. So these will be mixed fillers, which is going to be one of the things I was curious about, is if you could get long filler in a cigar that's short. But I'm really curious to try that. I don't think I've ever smoked a mixed filler cigar, or knowingly have smoked a short filler cigar as far as a premium cigar would be concerned. So I wonder how that.
I don't know what this is, but Vlad gave it to us last year, and
can't see it, but the size looks right. I think it may be like pre-production for these, because the size that looks like the Puro. Provita,
this thing is 4 by something, and to me it looks less than a 40. So this could be it. I don't know. I really like.
You need to smoke that. Tell me how it is, or reach out to Vlad and see if he knows if that's one of those.
I really cool. like Stagly and Lampert. It's a great brand.
Yeah, I completely agree. Next one, super excited about. Special guest walking in, dropping me hot coffee.
Hot coffee. Here we are. And bourbon.
Hot coffee and bourbon, baby.
From Starbucks, you bougie guy.
Hey, listen, I get a free $3 gift card to Starbucks every month thanks to Verizon. Jeez. So it's free. Anywho, back in it. Thanks for the special celebrity guest of Bailey there. Villiger La Libertad. It's one that we've shipped before. However, this is going to be out of a new factory and a new wrapper. So it's a kind of a updated release of the La Libertad. Specifically, the wrapper was Brazilian, and now it's Criollo.
Yeah, we met with Hector last year in Miami, and this was all prior to the Nicaraguan factory opening, and I'm very excited to start bringing in some Villiger, specifically out of that factory, which we are probably bringing in this cigar actually. He's sending us some samples to smoke through, and I think it's going to be really solid.
I love it. I think my biggest old gripe with Villiger was the outdated labels. And the rebrand that they've done over the last several years to modernize and bring in new labels to reflect the current cigar market, I think they've done a really good job. The La Kareem is one of my favorite cigars with just coffee in the morning. It's so good. And I'm really excited. The bands on these look really good. The wrappers, just from the photos alone, look gorgeous with the black and gold and red labels that they have on those.
I think this is going to smoke pretty nicely.
It can't. Yeah. It can't not. I mean, and then, so it looks like here, which I didn't know, it was previously made by Placencia. So moving away from that factory, probably, I'm going to have to guess, due to just the amount of stuff coming out of Placencia at this time and probably the delays in that. So always good to see. Everything else doesn't look to be changed other than that wrapper. So that's going to be really cool and one that I'm super excited to try and see how it differs from the previous one.
I forgot, actually, that Aganorsa is releasing Supreme Leaf and Robusto, which I'm super excited about. I think their original line was Torpedo or even a Toro. We smoked that down at Aganorsa last year, and it, to this day, and maybe it was the atmosphere that I was in, but to this day, Supreme Leaf was the cleanest cigar I've ever smoked.
That's what I've heard. I haven't smoked. I may have. I don't think I have the Supreme Leaf. It's been one every time that I go to smoke it or buy it, it's sold out because of how popular it is.
I know, and every time I go to my shop, they've got Guardian of the Farm, they got Anniversario, they got everything other than, well, although Rare Leaf, they don't have that either, but they never have Supreme Leaf.
That's what I've had. I've had the Rare Leaf, but not Supreme Leaf.
If I smoked it again, it would probably make my top 2022 cigar, because it was the definition of clean, which is the strangest thing when you're smoking a cigar. But if you've smoked a clean cigar, you've smoked a clean cigar, and you know what I'm saying. Yeah. It's weird.
I have, it's the Rare Leaf that I've smoked, which was it was okay. It wasn't my favorite cigar, but it was still really good. I mean, once again, it's Aganorsa.
Yeah, Rare Leaf is very different from Supreme Leaf, in my opinion. And 5x54, the new size they're doing, Oh no, I guess the original size was a 5x52. Interesting. I thought it was bigger than that. The newest size is 5x54.
I think they've done a couple different sizes, because there was one that I'm thinking of was almost like a Lonsdale Churchill size.
Yeah, I thought it. Yeah, I mean, we smoked something that I thought was maybe in the Toro range, but
it's the fifth size. So, and it's okay. So it's the fifth size, similar to they're stating here the original release. So the one that you probably smoked was the 6x54 Toro or the box press Torpedo.
Yeah. I don't know, it's the band for me that's like just so appetizing. You don't ever see yellow bands.
And the orange and that blue.
And then orange
and
then purple.
At the bottom.
It's I don't know, Supreme Leaf is so good. If you can get them, because I cannot. I need to email Terrence to see if we can bring them in. But I'm very excited. That's a great size, traditional.
Absolutely. And what's really exciting to me is just going through, I'm sure there was a lot more things to come out of TPE, as always, but really cool to see a couple of these get called out that we're already looking to bring in for our Cigar Club family and in our Cigar Club boxes this year. I'm excited. I'm excited to get these in our hands, get them into everyone else's hands, and see how they stack up.
Yeah, although I wish we were there this year. It's cool to read this article and go through it, and it's almost like we were there.
Close. I can't relate. Some of us didn't get the opportunity, but it's okay. I'll live for the young one. I mean, all the interviews. I was pretty much there with all the cool interviews you guys did last year. So.
Yeah, it's true. We'll be at PCA this year and TPE next year. It's a wild time. It's a lot of fun, but this is a very exciting year. A lot to come up. Kind of in great partnership with the list that we did last podcast of Half Wheels 25. It's going to be it's a solid year for cigars.
Absolutely, and it's only, like you said, it's just getting better and better as more people are smoking now. As terrible as COVID was, it really kind of boomed the cigar industry, and seeing a boom like we saw back in the 90s of people taking the hobby seriously, more boutique brands coming out, more just good cigars. I mean, it's the best time to be a cigar smoker.
Coming out of a lot coming out of PCA this year, we've been told. So we're excited to see those releases, hear those releases, buy those releases, and smoke those releases.
Absolutely.
It's going to be really, really cool. An exciting half.
Out of all the cigars we talked about today, one cigar that you're most excited, or the most excited you are for one of those cigars that we talked about? Assuming you can get all of them easily, and limitation isn't a problem.
I think I'm going to have to probably stick to my normal gut of the HVC.
Yeah, that one's going to be really good.
The 520, in my opinion, the 520, that's a cigar that I always forget. I always think of Cerro, Siri, Pan Caliente, Black Friday. I always forget the La Rosa 520, but it's that to me, that cigar is, if we have more in the warehouse, I'd like some of those.
Noted.
They're so good.
I think I may have probably taken them all myself. No, I'm just kidding. It's tough. It's like choosing your favorite child here. I'm really excited to see the Bocock Signature Edition.
Yeah, it's going to be. I think that's going to be. I mean, I'm a massive AJ fan.
I know you are, and I think they're going to do kill it and put them even further on the map and into everyone's humidor with that one. So that's going to be really exciting. I am biased, but that's the one out of the ones that we talked about. I think that I'm most excited for, followed by the HVC La Rosa, because it's going to be amazing.
Yeah. The Bocock. It's going to be. I mean, they got 3 solid lines. Get AJ in there with them. It's more full bodied. It's going to be right up my alley for sure. I'm excited for that one.
Well, I don't know. TPE 2022 looked really good. Hopefully PCA is even better. Looking forward to most likely going there and bringing the Cigar Club family with us. Interviews, content, just like you guys did for TPE last year. But Griff, any parting thoughts?
No parting thoughts from me. I'm going to stick to drinking the 1920. We're allegedly going on date night tonight, but we'll see if that happens. And if not, then I'll just continue to drink.
I've got a bourbon bag packed for the weekend. I'm out all weekend. Coolers packed, pre-ice, chilling down, thanks to your great idea of pre-chilling your cooler. So I'm curious.
If you don't pre-chill your coolers, you're missing out.
Apparently I've been missing out all my life. But that concludes our TPE 2022 recap. Thanks for joining us, Cigar Club family. Let us know what you're smoking down below in the comments if you are watching on YouTube. If you're listening to us on Apple Music, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast, be sure to download and I don't know, what are all the other cool things that you can do with podcasts? I just watch them on YouTube, so I'm sure there's a bunch of stuff you're supposed to do. But if you're on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment down below. Thanks for joining us, and we look forward to the next podcast.